Namaskar. Well, in life, very often it happens that we have to stand at one position for a long, long time. And this I have seen more in ladies because of standing kitchen. They are standing, and that creates problem at their knee level and back level. In olden times, ladies used to sit on the floor and cook. I have done that, sitting on the floor and cooking. But then now modern furnitures, they have their own positive point. They are more safety when you are on the table. It's much more safe. You will never get burnt. Fire is away from you, and so it is good. But it has created other problem, and that is health problem, and that is long standing. So varicose veins, and then knee pain and back pain. That is an outcome. So that could be avoided. First, just see that person doesn't put on weight. If weight is more, knee pain and back pain also would come very easily. And so you should check your weight. Just see that you eat only that much so that you satisfy your hunger, satiate your hunger, and not eat more. Little food 4 times in a day, and eat only when you are hungry. These basic rules I have been repeating, but remember and do that. Only if you are hungry, eat food. Take liquids if you are not hungry. In afternoon, buttermilk, or in the morning, herbal tea. In the evening, lemon juice. At night, soups. So if not hungry, just take those liquids. If hungry, eat other foods, whatever is cooked freshly in the house, and whatever is done with normal, natural food, like food which is closer to nature, full of fiber and fresh food, sattvic food, that should be eaten. So keeping that in mind, if person follows this exactly, you will never put on weight. And then one thing more which is most important is, of course, good sleep. So try and see that you sleep well. Any joint pains also, when there are joint pains, what is required is rest more, and that too good sleep. So I would say that remember and sleep by 10 o'clock, latest by 10:30, but don't delay your sleeping time. That would really give you good health, physical good health, as well as mental alertness and stability. So this is one area. Overweight can always give problem in your knee. Third is too much of excessive high protein diet always affects joints, and so I would never recommend non-vegetarian food for joint pains. Never. I would rather say simple, easily digestible sattvic food. And again, too much of dals every day for those who have joint pains could be avoided. Rather, you should have sprouts thrice in a week. That also is a easily digestible protein, and eat that. That itself would be a good balanced diet. And dal, if at all, thin dal like soups. So try and make some adjustments there, because protein gets converted into peptides and then gets converted into amino acid, and this amino acid definitely affects the areas, joints. And so excess is always bad, balance is always good. So do that. Then comes warmth. If you are sleeping under fan, a strong fan, your muscles are always going to be in spasm, and muscles get tight, arteries get narrow, and joints come close because of tight muscles. So you will see knee pain. So these muscles which are holding the knee on both the side, the thigh and the lower leg, they are getting stiff, and so they come, the knee bones, they come closer, and then more wear and tear is going to occur, isn't it? So more wear and tear, so osteoarthritis sets in, and that creates problem. Arthritic condition, they always say that, well, old age, so some pain is going to be there. No, it's not like old age and pain. Don't think that old age is there to suffer. Not at all. It is wear and tear occurs, but wear and tear should not give you any pain. If pain is coming, then you are doing something wrong. And so these are the areas we have to make some correction. Proper food, proper sleep, weight, and sun. Sun also should be given to your body because we are dealing with joints, muscles, and so on. So try and generally take care of your health. Now I'll give you few very, very effective asanas for strengthening your knee. We'll do 5 such asanas to strengthen your knee. So let's begin. One thing I would definitely tell you, that avoid standing for long. Stand, walk a bit, again do some work standingly, walk a bit. Walking is always good. What is harmful is standing at one place. Instead of standing, sit. I would rather say that if you have to cook more chapatis, sit on the platform itself and roll the chapatis. Find out how to go about. Take a stool and do, or cook only that much which is required, and don't just cook food to finish the job off. This finish the job off attitude is very wrong. Work is going to be there. Come on, work as and when required. So all that mental relaxation also has to be taken care of, because they have done, and we have done a research on arthritic condition, and it was very, very obvious that those who are under stress, tension, anxiety, joint pains are bound to come. Even if they are thin, even if they are eating right food, still joint pains will come, because mentally you are stressed, you are under tension. So take life little easily, don't take things under tension, and try to help yourself. Here, our orthopedic surgeons, they always say milk and milk products are very healthy for joints, and so we would go ahead to see that you are taking milk, but a diluted milk. So what we call as ukala, water boiled with ginger, lemongrass, and then add half milk into it. So it is a thin diluted milk. Similarly in the afternoon, buttermilk, chash, so curd, water, and make it into liquid, very fine. Once in a while make raitas and so on. And cheese, cottage cheese is very, very healthy and a good protein, easily digestible protein. So such proteins, sprouts and cottage cheese, paneer what we call, is very healthy. So see that you are attending to yourself in these areas, and now learn 5 asanas for strengthening your knee, to see that the pain of your knee disappears. You can then stand for any amount of time, you can do any work, because now you are strong. Listen to your body language. Just see that if you are standing and your legs have started paining, you should sit down or walk. So that little bit of awareness about your body language definitely helps. Throughout life we have to do that, because body goes on changing, no? So all these things also have to be taken care of. So now we are ready with all those exercises for knees. So I would want you to stretch your legs and spread your legs. Very fine. You can spread very nicely. Those who can't spread that much, don't worry, spread little less, but spread as much as possible. Sit in this position, and now I want you to take the support of your hand on both the sides of your leg, and then lift your leg. First pull your toe in and lift your leg up. That's it. You can't lift it more. Okay, stay there for some time. Fine, come back. What are you doing here? When you lift your leg up, your kneecap is pulled up. Automatically your calf muscles, these muscles, thigh muscles are getting stronger. You could see that, Christina?
Yes.
Do it again. Lift toe in and lift your leg up. Very fine. And come back. Do that on the other side. Both hands. Take the support of your hand. Otherwise lifting is getting little difficult. Lift, stay. If slowly you could stay for 15 seconds, that would be the thing. Come back. Okay. Now, can you lift both the legs? I'm sure you can.
Let's try.
Yeah. Very fine, very fine. And can you bring them at the center? Wow, very good. and come down. So this is one exercise which you should be doing. Now even sitting on chair, if you could lift your leg up a bit and pull your leg up, that also would be fine. Sitting on the chair, but bring your leg up so that your calf muscles, your thigh muscles, all those areas are exercised. This you should do. Even sitting for long is bad for knee, bad for back as standing. So walking or lying down is these two things which are always relaxing. So this is one exercise which you should do it regularly. Now we would do all other exercises maybe in a lying down variation. So the second exercise also, as we did in sitting, in lying down. So lift your one leg straight but only 1 foot away from the ground. Now bring your toe in, pull it in, bring your toe out, rotate them around, rotate your ankle, let it be free, because if there is a problem in one region, whole leg back gets affected. On the other side, okay, now clasp your fingers tightly and relax. Now bring your leg up again. That's it. Do it same. Do it again. Rotate your legs up and down. Right, you are doing it well. And rotate. Very fine. And fingers, toes getting clasped and straight it. Bring it leg, bring one more angle. Very fine. Do it the same. Toes out, toes in, toes out, toes in. Rotate. One side, other side. And clasp your fingers tightly. Relax. And bring your leg as up as possible to hold your toe if you can. She is doing it very beautifully. If you can't do that much, don't worry how much you can bring your leg up. Just stay there. When you bring your leg up and you stay there, that really relaxes the muscle. Just leave this, your hand, bring this leg up to 90 degrees and stay there. This is a very relaxing posture. Now you can do this even at the support of the wall. Both the legs can stay with the support of the wall and relax there. And that could be done this way also. 90 degree, legs are relaxed. And now bring your leg slowly down. Very slow movement will always help maximum muscles of your body. When you move fast, you are just using main big muscles. Rest of the muscles are not used. So try and do this way and do the same on the other side, other leg. Okay, so now we do the third posture, and that is Bhadrasana. So bring your legs closer and lie down in this position as much as possible. She is bringing it much more. Just leave it little relaxed. Bring your legs little out, little out. Whatever way you feel you can fold your legs, you should fold and stay there for some time. But now we show further. In Bhadrasana position, one leg should be straight. Move your one leg straight so that this leg is still touching the ground. Now lift your both the legs up, and this leg which is in Bhadrasana position also up. Hold it, hold your ankle, stay there for some time. Toes in. Very fine. Bring it back, leave it. You are not pressing, you are just holding. So you are trying to twist your knee a bit, nothing else. Is it clear? Do it once more, Christina. folding, because folding the leg, and now lift it up together and hold this ankle, not pressing it down, you are just holding it and staying there. That's it, and bring it down very slowly, both. So the same thing you could do with the other leg. So this is another posture. Come on, let's do Pavanamuktasana, but do as she is doing, with one leg. Lift, fold as much as you can, hold it below your knee, on your thigh, and then press it. Your upper leg is relaxed. Just move your leg up and down. Yeah, it is relaxed. Open and close. Open the leg. Yeah, open it. That's it. Because those who cannot, they could little bit do that way. Yeah, and come back. Do it with the other leg. Lift, bend, press, little bit give flexibility, open and close. Yes, very fine, and come back to normal position. So this is Pavanamuktasana with one leg, little different variation. What do you want to do, Christina, more?
Bridge pose.
Yes. So now come back to bridge pose. Very fine. Now bridge pose has to be done differently because we are focusing on knee, not on back right now. So with knee, here you have to lift your bottom very little, not more. So what she has done, that's it. She can take it up, but here you are helping your knee. So in this position, your thigh muscles would be strengthened and your knee would be strengthened. So stay in this position for half a minute and do breathing. Breathe in, your stomach moves up. Breathe out, stomach goes in. Tuck your stomach in. Breathe in, bring it up again. And breathe out and come back to normal position. This is how. Very slowly, don't go down like a thud. It has to be done slowly, as much as you can. Don't force yourself. Just because somebody is doing, you want to do that way, that attitude is wrong. You are different, your body is different, your body's beauty is different. So have confidence in yourself, and slowly you will be able to increase your flexibility. Don't worry about that. Only what is required in yoga is regularity. So these things, I again feel the knee exercises which I have shown, just do it. It will not take much time, not at all, but do it because we are under stress. We have to stand for long. Our entire lifestyle has become such that standing work or sitting work, and so we have to take care of our body. There is no other alternative. It is a natural phenomenon. And second, definitely as we grow old, knee, definitely you will feel wear and tear of your joints. Wear and tear would be much less if mentally you are positive, happy, enthusiastic and relaxed. So again, try and do that. Take care, sleep well also, and I am sure you will not have any pain or any ache in your body. So take care, all the best, namaste.